How did I do with the debate the other night?
Oh, yeah.
He kicked that old broken down pile of crap.
Yeah.
It's a bad guy. He just quit, you know. He's quitting the race.
Is that right?
Yep, I got him out of the race. And that means we have Kamala. I think she's going to be better. She's so bad. She's so pathetic.
Former President Donald Trump in very unkind terms, claiming Joe Biden's plans to step aside and allow Vice President Kamala Harris to lead the ticket in November. We know Mr. Trump is standing by his statement because he reposted the clip you just saw on his Truth Social platform. Meantime, the message out of the White House is that President Biden has zero intention of abdicating despite his tumbling post-debate poll numbers and a press corps roused by political blood in the water.
Is anyone in the White House hiding information about the president's health or his ability to do the job day to day?
Absolutely not.
And yet, from within the Democratic Party establishment, voices emerging and very publicly pleading with the president to step aside. Longtime Texas Congressman and progressive firebrand Lloyd Doggett was the first to break ranks.
I remain hopeful that despite all the input from his own staff and perhaps from some family members, that he'll look at these numbers and realize that this is a hill just too high for him to climb and call on someone else.
Okay, panel, can Joe Biden calm the panic engulfing his re-election bid? And perhaps more importantly, what happens if he can't? I'm going to start with you, Charles Adams.
I don't think there's anything Biden can do. I think the press has decided finally to actually do their jobs, but only because that's what the money, the power that be is instructing them to do. They are clearly part of the party apparatus, and I'm talking about the mainstream media, and that isn't to justify the right-wing media, which is just part of that party apparatus, and they're all liars, right? Journalism is just about clicks and lying. And when the journalists have finally said, hey, maybe we should report that this man has dementia and he's not functioning, it also exposes the lie that we shouldn't worry about Hunter's criminality because, well, he's not a member of the White House like Trump's kids were, but now they're reporting that he's the leading voice saying you must stay in the race. It's all insane. Then any criticism of Kamala is framed as racism, right? You can't say that she's stupid and she's not good at it because she's a woman and then she's African-American, Indian, biracial, so it's racist, which you can criticize her for being stupid because she's stupid, right? Now, that's not saying Trump is any better. We just saw this clip. This man is running for office, and he's still so stupid that he's getting caught by people filming him say horrible things. The reality is we don't have a good candidate because then there's RFK, and he's a lunatic. So you know who loses? America loses. You know what we have to do? We need to decide who hurts us the least. Our families, our communities, and us, and vote for that idiot.
All right, Sergio Lita, we had Sylvia Garcia, our congresswoman. She was sticking beside the president. What are you hearing out there?
Oh, no, he just had a bad day. I mean, it was obvious. I watched it. He looked kind of sick at the beginning. He got a little bit stronger. Take it for, let's not take it for granted that he's getting older. And, and let's not pick on elderly to begin with. Second of all, this actually energized the Democratic base. It woke them up out of their slumber because the world saw the 28 flagrant, outrageous lies from Donald Trump and the danger he poses if he wins. And additionally, if Biden has one more disastrous debate, Kamala Harris, Michelle Obama, be on deck because you will become the first female president of the USA.
All right, Marcus, you heard what Charles had to say, and I think you probably agreed with some of it, which the conclusion was we don't have a good choice.
No, we don't have a good choice. The topic we're discussing here is the mental capacity, right? We're wondering about his mental faculties. I think we should be wondering about America's mental faculties because we are completely content with what's happening in our nation right now. And I understand what Charles means when he said we need to select the person that hurts us the least. There is no hurt the least, right? Neither of these candidates hurt us the least. Both of them will damage America demonstrably. And we need to get that through our skulls. And until we are ready to stand up and say, enough is enough. We talked about this poll that came out, right, about the number of independents on the rise. And I mentioned this on the program last week, and I'll repeat it again. There are enough reasonable Republicans, enough disgruntled Democrats, and enough independents for a revolution in America today.
All right, Gary. Going into that debate, it was a dead heat. Biden has tumbled 6, 7 points consistently in the polls. You know, what do you make of what happens going forward?
I don't think Biden's going anywhere. I think that it's not just his son. I think the whole family wants him to continue to stay. And Biden has, if you like what he's done, he has a case to be made about what he has accomplished. I don't necessarily agree with that. But here's where I think what really happened. The question you ask yourself, where did this all come from? I mean, Biden has had issues, staying up late, mental acuity for a long time. It's been covered up by the mainstream media in concert with the Democratic Party. They didn't care. They had a primary. Think about what they're now talking about. We're going to forget the millions of people who voted in our primary with the choice, limited choices we had. We're going to disenfranchise them. We're going to turn it over to a smoke-filled room, because that's what we're talking about, which is wrong, okay? And Kamala, who 2 weeks ago, she's not really ready to be president, we're not sure she's really a good vice president, suddenly now they're saying, well, maybe she'll be better. It's all about the polling. The Democrats are worried about not winning. That's what this is about. If Biden was still ahead and he fell on his face, they wouldn't care as long as they win, because winning means they keep power.
You've heard everybody tomorrow. What's your take?
It is so funny how short the mind is, because you see, Trump's ass sat on a court to be making sure his stuff was recorded. He was giving testimony, and they showed him a picture of a lady, and he said, oh yeah, that's my ex-wife. And the lady said, no, that's the lady out there suing your ass for rape. Oh, well, who is that lady right there? That is your ex-wife. And nobody said nothing about his mental capacities. I know what Lawrence looked like at 18, 15. I know. I had never go show. So you want to talk about mental capacities? This is the thing. They old. Anybody didn't know they old? Check your Gen-X. They old. What they look like, the debate looked like a good-ass advertisement for Prevagen. Why you should take Prevagen, because obviously they ain't. And that is why that's what it looked like to me. Because for Biden's people to come up with every lame excuse instead of saying the only one which anybody over 70 should know, and some people younger, when you dehydrated, you don't know which way is up. They could have said that and moved on instead of, you tell this lie. Oh, I thought we were going to say this. Oh, I thought they look stupid as hell. They look stupid.
Hold that.